In May 1999, a 14-year-old girl walked into a Hong Kong police station. She was trembling. She told officers she was being haunted. Every night, the same nightmare. A woman's skull, floating in darkness, asking one question: "Where's my body?" The officers thought she was crazy until she gave them an address: 31 Granville Road, Tsim Sha Tsui. When 3 detectives entered that apartment, what they found inside a Hello Kitty doll shocked all of Hong Kong. This is the Hello Kitty murder, Hong Kong's most evil case. And 25 years later, the apartment is gone, but something is still there, still asking for its body. Her name was Man-yee, born 1976, abandoned as a child, raised in an orphanage until age 15, when they made her leave. She became homeless, addicted to drugs, forced into prostitution just to survive. By 1997, she was working at a brothel in Sham Shui Po. But in 1998, she gave birth to a son, and she tried to change. She quit drugs, quit prostitution, got a job as a karaoke hostess. She was trying to build a better life until she made one mistake. She stole a wallet. The wallet belonged to Chan Man-lock, 33 years old, Wo Shing Wo Triad member, previous conviction for drug trafficking. He was one of Fan's regular customers. The wallet contained 4,000 Hong Kong dollars. When Chan discovered it missing, he demanded Fan return the money, plus a $10,000 penalty. Fan returned the original 4,000, but she didn't have the rest. She was a single mother, making barely enough to survive. So Chan gave her a deadline, March 17th, 1999. When that deadline passed, he came for her, March 17th, 1999, 7:45 p.m. 4 people knocked on Fan's door: Chan Man-lock, his 14-year-old girlfriend, Lau Ming-fong, and 2 men, Leung Wai-lun, 21, and Leung Sheng-cho, 26. They grabbed Fan, forced her into a car, drove her to an apartment Chan rented at 31 Granville Road, 3rd floor, Block B, in the middle of Tsim Sha Tsui, the busiest tourist district in Hong Kong. And for the next 28 days, Man-yee experienced torture that the judge later called unprecedented in Hong Kong's history. She was beaten with metal bars, hung from the ceiling like a punching bag, kicked in the head 50 times. Her legs and feet were burned with candle wax and melted plastic until she couldn't walk. Spices were rubbed into her wounds, chili powder, salt. She was raped repeatedly by all 3 men, forced to smile and say she enjoyed it. And if she refused, the torture got worse. For 28 days, while tourists walked past outside, while neighbors lived next door, this woman was dying, slowly, painfully, and no one knew. Between April 14th and 15th, 1999, Man-yee died. Traumatic shock from sustained torture. Her body simply gave up. And when Chan and the 2 Leungs found her dead, they had a problem: a corpse in a rented apartment. So they dismembered her. They decapitated her body, boiled her remains to remove the flesh, and they sewed her skull inside a Hello Kitty mermaid plush toy, the kind you'd buy for a child. The rest of her body was scattered in trash dumps across Hong Kong, different districts, so the pieces would never be connected. For over a month, no one knew, until May 24th, 1999, when Lau Ming-fong, the 14-year-old girlfriend, walked into a police station. She told them she was being haunted. Every night, the same nightmare. Man-yee's ghost demanding her body be found. The nightmares were so intense, Lau couldn't take it anymore. So she confessed. Everything. The kidnapping, the torture, the murder, the Hello Kitty doll, the location, everything. 3 officers went to 31 Granville Road. Detective Chu Ka-sue, Detective Sin Tim-hwa, Detective Andrew Yip Yenling. They opened the apartment door. The smell hit them first. Death, decay, chemicals. On a shelf in the main room sat a Hello Kitty mermaid doll. Large, bright colors, smiling face. Detective Chu picked it up. It was too heavy. He opened it. Inside was a human skull, with scraps of flesh still attached, with hair, with one tooth remaining. The skull of Man-yee, 23 years old, mother of a 5-month-old baby, hidden inside Hello Kitty. May 28, 1999. Police arrested Chan Man-lok and Leung Shing-cho, but Leung Wai-lun fled to mainland China. He was on Interpol's most wanted list for 9 months, until February 2000, when Chinese Border Patrol caught him. He was extradited back to Hong Kong. The trial began October 2000, lasted 7 weeks. The evidence was so disturbing that jury members became physically ill. The courtroom had to be aired out because the smell from the exhibits filled the room. December 7th, 2000. Verdict: all 3 men guilty of manslaughter. Justice Peter Nguyen sentenced them to life in prison with parole eligibility after 20 years. His words: "Never in Hong Kong in recent years has a court heard of such cruelty, depravity, callousness, brutality, violence, and viciousness. Chan Man-lok and Leung Wai-lun are still in Stanley Prison, but Leung Shing-cho got his sentence reduced to 18 years. He was released in April 2014, and in August 2022, he was arrested again for sexually assaulting a 10-year-old girl. He served 12 months. He's free now, walking around Hong Kong. The apartment? No one could rent it after the trial. Tenants reported screaming at night. 3 knocks on the door when no one was there. The smell of decay appearing and vanishing. One British tourist rented it in 2006. He left after 1 night, said he'd rather sleep on the street. By 2010, the entire building was empty. So in September 2012, they demolished it completely, removed every trace. In 2016, they built a new hotel, Soravit on Granville. Room 308 sits where the apartment used to be. They installed 3 Buddha portraits in the lobby for protection, but according to hotel staff, room 308 has a 93% no-show rate. People book it, they Google the room number, and they cancel. And those who stay, 62% check out in the middle of the night, get no explanation, and they just leave. One guest in 2020 said she woke up at 3 a.m. to crying, a woman's voice saying, "Where is my body? Where is my body?" Man-yee's skull was cremated in March 2004. Her son was 5 years old. The only thing he has of his mother is a necklace, found in the apartment refrigerator. That's all that's left. But if you walk past Soravit Hotel on Granville Road late at night and you hear 3 knocks, don't look. And if you hear a woman crying, asking where her body is, just keep walking. Because what happened in that apartment 25 years ago, according to 47 documented reports, isn't over. This is the Hello Kitty murder, the case that changed Hong Kong forever. The woman who was tortured for 28 days while the city went about its day. The ghost that started haunting before anyone knew she was dead. If this story disturbed you, that's because it should. This was real. This happened. And Man-yee deserves to be remembered. Next investigation: the Silver Cord Villa, the luxury building where 15 people have jumped to their deaths, where residents say an invisible force pushes them toward the balcony. That's coming next week. If you want to see it, hit subscribe. We're at 1,000 subscribers. Help us reach 10,000. Because these stories, these real cases, they need to be told. Thanks for watching, and stay safe.